teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, we got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to the running game with Swift. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Swift. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now Jones.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Looking to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season. The future, bright. To throw again on second down. Jones. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Waddle. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
The score, Giants 14, Lions 7. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see it.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Seth Williams.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Giants.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Giants 28, Lions 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Williams brings it in. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Seth Williams.
77 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Giants 28, Lions 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Jones. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Giants. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
Jones pass. Complete to Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants will extend their...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones throwing on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Shifts past him at the 45. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Jones off the play fake. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
They'll go to Barkley again. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 39. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Off the bootleg. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Barkley again. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal? Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Logan Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Jones now on 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 2. Kadarius Toney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Jones throwing for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Lions 27.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Flush to his right. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Swift again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Seth Williams, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Jack Fox to to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Giants use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
34.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?